Nnamdi Kanu's persecution and the right political philosophy. Deeper thinking is not cheap, just as quality thinking isn't too. It is one thing to think deep, and it is another thing to have quality thinking. Everyone can think deep as human nature is designed to, but not everyone has the capability to come out from deep thinking with quality thoughts. There are certain factors that can lead one to quality thinking against deep thinking that is common. 1. Non-fixated mindset. That is to say, when you zero your mind from a premeditated result before engaging on the journey of your deep thinking. Most people have what they want to achieve as a premeditated result before even entering into deep thinking. As such, they end up deceiving themselves on the futile sabbatical mental voyage. When one weeds himself off a preconceived result, he is unavoidably going to achieve quality thinking against mere deep thinking. 2. Another thing that threatens quality thinking is one's mental horizons. Mental horizons here is one's range of mental stretching. This factor is considerably determined by one's engagements literally and non-literal interactions. Being a graduate with less social engagements bereft you the opportunity to rationalize objectively. 3. Sentiment-driven thinking. It doesn't matter titles one peddle for himself. When a commentator gets baptized with oil of sentiment, she is as good as empty loud container, makes a whole lot of noises pollutedly with zero impact. This is also an impediment to achieving quality thinking. As a historian, I don't fail in analyzing in a chronological manner social developments. The reason for the chronological arrangement is to trace the effects of yesterday's action to today, and that of today to tomorrow. That is understanding the place of antecedents towards the influence of precedents. Every political scientist and historian will agree with me that Mazi Nnamdi, based on what is in public spaces, had a win-win dialogue with the government of Nigeria in 2017. The reason for non-implementation of the resolution by the government remains a mystery till date. If the resolution was implemented, MNK would have moved from leader of IPOB to a regional political leader by now. The government's outright disregard of agreed resolution led to MNK return to the radio broadcast, which is never a win for IPOB and the movement. Leadership is an advancement, and the desire of any leader is to move from a small unit to a wider scope of leadership. There is a small and conservative mindset some of us deeply push and entrenched that shows our level of knowledge. MNK doesn't wish to come out of this long incarceration only to retire on Radio Biafra and IPOB exclusively. That is evil, demonic expectation and prayers for him. Some things we push out there is our collective admittance that we lack understanding of history and thus become victims of historical knowledge negligence. Mandela didn't came out of prison to retire to ANC, nor Martin Luther passed through what he passed through without being promoted to black race image personified. This stage at which MNK is a stage of advancement, not returning back to previous level and stage he was before extraordinary rendition. And if that is agreed by all, it then means that dialogue, negotiation, and integrational process will be the skill and tool to bring all and sundry together. Those toddlers saying whatever MNK says goes, thinking they are pushing love for MNK, are either ignorant of evolution or are pushing premeditatedly, a dangerous narrative to the new social class that MNK needs to win through brainstorming and diplomacy. The above statement projects dictatorial posture to which MNK isn't. Command and control is a norm of IPOB family, not of Biafran nation at large. While dealing with IPOB affairs, it goes with C and C. But when it goes to the Biafrans, IPOB and MNK use engagements and diplomacy. That is the sole reason IPOB sit at home goes with appeal to the people to observe it, not C and C. When we push certain narratives without quality thinking, we end up sending wrong signals out there which unknowingly to us demarkets the Biafran project and MNK as dictator. Writing without iota of PR and diplomacy only poses threat to us all. The government of the day will surely free MNK, but what his next status will be matters a lot. Pushing the dangerous narrative that he is coming out to leverage in IPOB affairs is not only dangerous, but height of evil. IPOBilization of his post-persecution time is a thinking of weaklings. Written by Chica Austin.